Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Thursday, May 15th, 2025. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put your baseball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily rundown best bet in Major League Baseball, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Thursday in baseball. First up, we got the Washington Nationals taking on the Atlanta Braves. We got Trevor Williams and A.J. Smith-Shawver as the projected starters. It may not be the most popular play, but I do think the Nationals are still a little bit undervalued in this situation because of their recent slump in the last few series and the fact that the Braves have started to pick up some W's and get back to around 500. I think that the Nationals plus 1.5 is the play in this game. I know Trevor Williams not in great form. His ERA is just below 6, but his expected numbers are a lot sharper. His expected ERA is sub 4. He's got good numbers against the current Braves lineup, but honestly, overall in the last couple of series, I haven't been that impressed with Atlanta offensively. They've really been getting it done with their starting pitching and their bullpen, but while I think Smith-Shawver is a good option in this game, I still think that it's going to be a low-scoring competitive game and one where the Nationals can do enough to at least cover the run line, if not win it outright. So I'm going to side with the Nationals in this one, plus 1.5. Next up, we got the Minnesota Twins taking on the Baltimore Orioles. We've got Chris Paddack and Tomoyuki Sugano as the starters. I'm going to lean towards the over in the first 5 innings in this game. I think Sugano, he's pitched well, sub 3 ERA. He's starting to miss some more bats, earn some more strikeouts, but the expected numbers are still not on his side, and I do worry about regression going forward. He has faced a pretty weak strength of schedule. When you look at his last 5 starts, Angels, Royals, Nationals, and Guardians, the only tough outing was against the Yankees, and that was a great outing, but I still think that Minnesota's obviously been a lot more competitive offensively in the last 10 games or so. I think they can find a few runs off Sugano. I also think Chris Paddack has been really inconsistent, pitched really well in his last game against the Giants, but that was at home against an offense I still don't love right now against righties. I think the Orioles are a much tougher matchup, especially now on the road at Camden Yards, where Paddack's been a lot worse this season, 6.87 ERA on the road compared to sub 3 at Target Field. So I'm going to roll with the over in the first 5 innings between the Twins and O's. Next up, the Chicago White Sox taking on the Cincinnati Reds. We've got Bryce Wilson and Nick Martinez as the projected starters. We've faded the Cincinnati Reds almost every single time that Nick Martinez has taken the mound as a starter this year, and we fared very well. The Reds are 1-7 in Nick Martinez starts of the season, and even his last 3 games were all quality starts. They still were 1-2 in those ball games. It's not always his fault, but the Reds just don't back him up, both the bullpen and the lineup, and we usually see him give up runs in very close games late in his starts. I think though this is a situation against one of the weakest lineups in baseball, going up against Bryce Wilson, whose expected numbers are miserable, where we do finally see the Reds back up Martinez and pick up a win and run line cover. I understand if you want to continue to fade him, it's been a great system for us so far this year, but I'm going to back Nick Martinez and the Reds in this one and lay the 1.5 runs at Great American. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Zach Littell and Kevin Gausman are the starters. We've seen some runs scored in this series, but I like the under in this game. I like both these starting pitching options. Gausman last year struggled at Rogers Center. So far this year, that hasn't been a problem. He's got 18 innings of 19 strikeout, 2.0 ERA baseball, a 161 opponent's batting average, and 2-0 record to go with it. He's been great, and his control's been really sharp at Rogers Center. Zach Littell had a pretty bad start to the season, but he's been a lot better in his last 4 starts or so. He's gone 6+ innings his last 2 games, 2 runs apiece in those. Ended up being wins 4-3 and 3-2, low-scoring victories for the Tampa Bay Rays. Before that, it was a win over the Padres 4-2. So the Rays have done well in Littell starts. They've played in these low-scoring games. I think I'd lean towards Tampa Bay and the under yet again in this one. Next up, we got the Houston Astros taking on the Texas Rangers. We've got Hunter Brown and Jacob deGrom as the projected starters. This is a great pitching matchup, of course. One of the best we're going to see this season. It's going to be 8:05 Eastern on MLB Network. And for me, it's tough to go against Hunter Brown in his current form. The Astros have won a lot of his starts recently, but he has faced a lot of weak lineups. The Reds, White Sox, Royals, Blue Jays, and Cardinals. None of those teams I would really consider a top 5, top 10 offense against right-handed pitching in 2025. Now the Rangers have certainly not been either. They've been one of the weaker offenses in baseball, but they have been a lot more competitive at home. And the Astros have struggled on the road with a losing record of 7-11, and their offense has been miserable away from Dyken Park. And that's why I'm going to side with the Rangers in this game. I mean, DeGrom's equally as impressive in his last 5 games. The Rangers have won his last 3 starts. He had 10 strikeouts against the Tigers in his last game at Comerica Park. It's not easy to beat the Tigers this year in general, but especially at Comerica. And I think DeGrom's going to be the better option in this game. I think the Rangers win it. I'm going to take Texas on the money line and even lay 1.5 runs as well, even though I do think this will be a lower scoring game. Next up, we've got the Athletics and the Dodgers. Osvaldo Bido and Dustin May are the starters. Now, for me, if this was a game played in a series the first week of the season, I'd say it's a slam dunk. Take the A's at a great price. Osvaldo Bido was a great option last year, and I really liked him going into the season. But in 2025, he has struggled. A 4.75 ERA, and he's given up a lot of sharp contact. That was one of the best parts about his game in 24 was he was keeping the ball on the ground. He was limiting the sharp contact, avoiding the home run ball. But he's given up 9 home runs and 41 2/3 this season, and including 2 in his last game against the Yankees and at least 1 in his last 5 starts. Yes, he's been a lot better on the road, but even his last road game against the Marlins of all teams, 5 innings, 4 runs, a home run to go with it in a loss. So it's tough for me to trust Bido right now in his current form. I do think he'll turn it around. I think he'll be a good option eventually, long term. But right now, I still think I worry about him too much. I think the Dodgers can get to him. I mean, one of the best lineups in baseball. That's why it's not a great matchup. I'm going to roll the Dodgers in this game. Dustin May's been so strong at Dodger Stadium. As much as I may want to get there with the A's, I just can't. Give me the Dodgers laying the 1.5 runs. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.